Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. I wanted to bring your attention to the following opinion from an analyst regarding the current state of Bitcoin. XRP is oversold, which is usually a very good sign. The analyst also mentioned that the corrective structure for XRP has been completed, referring to the recent downward price action. In his opinion, now is the time for XRP to go up, and I will share this insight because, based on the predictions of these experts, it is possible that Bitcoin might reach a new all-time high before the halving. Pay attention, April of this year is when the halving will take place. Furthermore, the exact date is unknown. Nevertheless, I anticipate that it will fall on or around April 20th. After that, I'd want to talk about this since the news broke a few days ago. You guys may have been aware of this, but I still haven't had the opportunity to discuss it. Therefore, I will address this matter at the conclusion of the film. However, Netflix will be airing a documentary about XRP. Thus, this is significant. It's XRP, and it's Unleashed with John Deaton Sennett and a slew of other folks, some of whom you may recognize. I should preface this by saying that I come from absolutely no financial background. Please do not base your investment decisions on anything I say since I am not a financial advisor. As a pastime and for pleasure, I love producing films on YouTube regarding crypto-related subjects. I'm simply an enthusiast. Just a little over 51 cents is the price of XRP when I am making this video. With a price of $42,770, Bitcoin's received a 60 on the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. So, while there has been some pessimism lately, the price activity has generally been sideways, so we have been lingering here, and that will continue indefinitely. As of yesterday night, crypto market capitalization increased by a little over 5%, according to this report from Santiment. Despite a 20.3% decline in trading volumes from the previous week, certain notable assets have performed well recently. One of them is Flare, which I mentioned yesterday. Holy cow, it's been flying. Another is Ron-Link Tao, who we have on Dr. Bitcoin, or King Bitcoin as some like to call it, especially among maxi trolls. Little Maxi, the bitch, could be about to reach a new all-time high any moment now that artificial intelligence is being directed toward pumping altcoins. Many analysts have predicted this outcome, so it doesn't surprise me. I don't do forecasts, no. Therefore, I am not claiming that this will or will not occur. However, this man has a really high hit rate, and it's coming from trustworthy crypto chart experts. Everyone has flaws. When it comes to his publicly shared expectations, however, I have to tell you, he's usually right. I really hope he's correct about his stance on this, since he's quite literally revving up the squad. But earlier today, he posted this graphic showing the price of Bitcoin. This is what he put down on paper. A lovely response off that critical level so far, aiming for the local range highs around $43,800, as shown by the green squiggle in my most recent video update, which is mentioned in the tweets below the downside target tag. For the time being, this is what he was hoping would happen, and it's interesting to watch for those of you who are glued to the TV. What has transpired since then is quite similar to that. According to him, the market will undergo some further consolidation before heading upwards. The author of this piece is none other than him. If you believe that a new all-time high prior to the halving is impossible, then you are mistaken. Technically, it can, and the facts below show that it's also quite rational and possible. Even 2017 was a blur for most of them. And you have no idea how fast things can pick up speed from a complete halt, as we are experiencing right now. I guess that's correct. Things may happen in an instant, as I've said several times before. Concerning cryptocurrency, there seems to be a complete lack of activity, with lengthy periods of consolidation and dull, sideways chart action, followed by sudden, unexpected movements. Consequently, that will occur at some point. We won't go into detail on the statistics he referenced below since we're short on time, but an analyst did provide some insight on the same subject. In addition, this XRP price chart from Chart Analyst Dark Defenders shows that he is quite positive, both now and in the future. What follows is an update about the XRP daily period. We have finished the 5-wave corrective structure and run the back tests. RSI has also gone through the break and back test and is oversold. It is time for XRP to make a move, already. Anyone that has seen the meme "poke XRP with a stick" to start it flowing on anything has probably seen the hashtag Ripple. Would someone please take care of that? While we wait, what exactly are we dealing with? Kind of absurd and depressing attitude, and it's not limited to, shall we say, the XRP community. In the last several days, I have been discussing this. I haven't seen such a terrible emotion in a long time. Even though I'm miserable, I sit here every day acting as if nothing is wrong. I'm overjoyed to have XRP in my possession. I have been eagerly anticipating the upward trend, which I believe is virtually unavoidable, not in a literal sense, for over 6 years. Although I might be completely mistaken, I believe that will happen eventually, after Bitcoin takes the lead, as has always been the case. While we wait, however, Crypto Insight UK offered a viewpoint that struck a chord with me. So, I figured I'd give it to you. Here it is. Content makers are giving up and saying, "I can't hold it anymore," and I can see and feel many others in the XRP community doing the same. "I apologize," he adds, as if it were an emotional release. As I've said before, XRP is the most difficult asset to own. The market could care less about your emotions, and I'll say it again, it does. By the way, everyone, you're absolutely correct. I can't even begin to predict where XRP will go in the future. All I can say is that you will either have exposure to it or you will not. I will be very patient when it occurs, else, I will be exposed. However, to all the crying infants out there, now, please, just cool down and stop being so foolish. It will be okay, dude. Just as the market moves where it wants to go, we have no say over it. Feeling down, pessimistic, or anxious serves no purpose, however. You are a cog in the wheel of history's greatest wealth transfer. Plus, you have no more time to relax. Wow, it's clear that the markets have been getting hot. I expect some wild fluctuations soon. By the way, he goes on to suggest that if you're feeling bad and haven't seen a 50% plus decline in cryptocurrency prices, it's probable that sellers are losing interest. Additionally, an upward trend is imminent. And listen up, folks, you have a valid argument. Reason being, you give it some thought. After we pass through the most blissful phases, we will reach the lowest point of despair. As is usual, you may witness coins falling by 70%, 80%, 90%, and even 95%. We're not even close to that. Some members of the XRP community, however, continue to hold this view. What I'm trying to convey is that it catches my eye, yet the price remains the same. Vendors lose interest and motivation. It seems reasonable to me. The more confident you are, the closer we are to reaching the peak, he continues, and the same holds true at the very top. Just because I said something doesn't mean you have to act on it. That being said, crypto veterans will attest to the veracity of the statement. Every asset is the same. Simply because it has transpired over a longer duration. You don't need to own the asset for the market to care about it. Just right. Get the lowdown on Ripple and cryptocurrency legislation in this upcoming Netflix documentary, XRP Unleashed. Okay, I get it. Now, I didn't see anything. Keeping track of when this will be available. I could have overlooked it. I may have missed the release date, but if you know when it will be, please let me know. Leave a remark if you so choose. Drop me a line, please. But I just failed to see it while it was happening. However, given that they just dropped the teaser for this, it seems likely that it will be released shortly. Next, the text is presented in this way. The much-awaited XRP unveiled a trailer. A documentary focused on XRP has finally here, and the XRP community is ecstatic. The video gives viewers a taste of what's to come in terms of US crypto legislation, Bitcoin ETF speculation, and maybe even the next bull run that Netflix has in store. 94% of people will watch this enormous documentary, according to the survey. The reaction of the cryptocurrency market to the news is as follows. This is going to be fantastic, by the way. I know it's a little thing, But it would be great if Netflix could introduce XRP to even more people. Wow, that's amazing. While I won't claim it will have any significant impact, any small amount is better than none, isn't it? Get in on the cryptocurrency bandwagon, since I feel terrible for those who have absolutely none. That's where the campaign is, so to speak, get off zero, or whatever the average person should keep in crypto, particularly if they are just starting out. That is a number I am not familiar with. While it's not zero, of course. The idea of get off zero, to just feel it, is, therefore, appealing to me. This is the once-in-a-lifetime chance that has never existed in all of human history. It's healthy to be dubious at first, much like the scepter-wielding types. Having doubts before diving into cryptocurrency shows that you're not completely naive. You ought to be suspicious, of course. You need to find out more. Do not be ignorant. Which is great. Thus, it is beneficial. You doubt it. Do not be ignorant. Even after 15 years, there's a good reason why it's still here. When you feel that something doesn't add up, it's up to you to figure out why everyone else is on the other side of the issue. Peace, in any case, includes ABS. A crypto expert discusses the XRP Unleashed trailer's massive distribution on X. He posts it online and launches a poll to gauge interest in seeing the whole documentary when it becomes available on streaming platforms. An overwhelming majority of 94.4% were eager to see the documentary for the inside scoop, which was somewhat surprising. The inside scoop should be on top of that. Regarding Ripple v. SEC, I'm not sure. I've never heard anybody mention that before, made using the process of fruition. The documentary's stated goal is to delve deeply into the complex circumstances underlying the recent XRP and Ripple incidents. That encompasses Bill Hinman's contentious remark, which granted Ethereum a pass, the U.S. regulatory complaint, and market upheaval. The documentary includes interviews with influential crypto figures, financial advisors, Ripple employees, and legal professionals. As for the president and the authority of supervision, Tristan left it up to him to distribute this tiny trailer, that nonprofit that has been fighting back against the SEC. If something seems familiar, it probably is. At exactly 49 seconds into the video, you can see John Deaton shaking what seems to be brass knuckles while proclaiming, XRP Unleashed. I stopped recording at that point so you can see. Thanks to Empower's monitoring, this Netflix original is intriguing, and I can't wait to see it. With John Deaton, it's all or nothing. Absolutely correct on the SEC's regulatory capture 101. Eastgate is a hashtag. John Deaton published this and said, I have no agenda, except that I am sick and tired of regulators selling out to the highest bidder and not allowing any level playing field in this country. It is unclear what his objective is. There is no longer even a rotating door to consider. Just after Kushner receives a $180 million loan from Apollo, the SEC chair dismisses a prosecution against the Apollo Group, and the FDA chair departs to join Pfizer's board. The chair, thereafter, becomes Apollo's advisor. Despite repeated warnings from SEC ethics officers, a director persists in breaking the criminal bar and continues to violate the financial conflict law. Members of the House Financial Services Committee and the Senate Banking Committee are unable to even draft a letter of inquiry to be forwarded to the SEC on behalf of the public. Ours is a rotten era. I couldn't agree more. I am thus pleased that this will reach a far larger audience. The video ends there. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.